Technical Institute for the Blind, where lucky beneficiaries walked away with job offers in various countries including Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Germany and Australia.
Kwa bahati nzuri, neema ya Mungu nikapata kazi ya security, nikajaziwa form na kila kitu. Form ninayo tayari.
Sijaona any interview, sijaona gari, sijaona machine, sijaona anything. Nimekaa hapa siku mzima na the exercise was null. Kuna kitu ilikuwa ya maana imefanyika.
All displaying a range of expressions, some smiling, clearly satisfied with the entire process, while others, who are less pleased, termed the process as shambolic.
Nimepata kazi at least, sijajua ni mshahara upi, but ile kazi nimepata, naomba Mungu iwe kazi ile inaweza ni upkeep na watoto wangu.
I was coming to look for my professional job ya purchase and supplies, nikapata hakuna interview inaendelea hiyo sector, yet post imeandikwa kwa mlango. Nikatoka hapo nikaenda kutafuta ya housekeeping, nikaambiwa niandike karatasi, nikatoka hapo nikaenda ya cook, nikaambiwa nikishamaliza ya cook nichukue form nijaze, alafu nene nikachukue video nikipika, alafu ndatumia agent. Nikishatumia agent ata decide kama I'm qualified for the job or something, and then he will call me.
Speaking during the recruitment drive, CS Mutua and TVET Director Dr. Esther Moria urged Kenyans skilled in certain areas but lacking certification to enroll in short courses at TVET institutions to obtain certificates and take up such opportunities in the future.
Mpango uliopo ni huu. Kuna kampuni na kazi tofauti. Kuna kampuni ambazo ule anayetaka kazi analipia kila kitu 100%. Yako ni kulipia zile vitu hapa, atakulipia ndege na ingine. Kuna wengine wanalipia tu ndege peke yake, lakini medical nini lazima ujilipie. Kuna wengine wanalipia hii, lakini wewe lazima upeleke ufanye exams ambao wanataka ufanye. Kwa hivyo kila kampuni ni tofauti.
The CS revealed that the more than 1,000 job seekers who qualified in Machakos will join at least 20,000 job seekers across the country expected to fly abroad mid-December.
Unapopata kazi hivi leo, unapewa karatasi ambayo inakuonyesha umepata provincial employment. Inakuonyesha ile nchi unaenda, inakuonyesha hiyo kazi utakuwa unaifanya wapi. Kwa hivyo wale watu wamekuja hapa leo hawajakuja kujiandikisha kazi, wamekuja kuwa interviewed na kupata kazi.
Machakos Town MP Caleb Mole offered to sponsor young people seeking certification in short courses through the Constituency Development Fund, urging those interested in various technical fields to apply for sponsorship.
Ndio kulipa hizo vitu kweli, good contact na passport, na hizo ni vitu za mtu binafsi. You should have a passport, as the same way you should have an ID.
The program will continue tomorrow in Makueni County and later in Kitui and Nakuru counties, among other places, with beneficiaries set to fly out by December 12th this year. According to Mutua, the government will cater for their passports. Electin Odera, K24 TV, Machakos County.
Now, the Senate and the National Assembly have both reached an amicable ground on the allocation to be dispatched to counties, ending months of stalemate that threatened counties' shutdown. Counties will now be expected to receive their share of 387 billion shillings for the financial year 2024-25. This means that the team only managed an increase of 2 billion shillings, attributing the small increase to the tough economic times. Martin Opio reports.
After push and pull between the two houses, a middle ground has been reached in the allocation of revenue for the counties. The two houses have reached the decision that counties will get an allocation of 387 billion Kenya shillings in the financial year 2024-2025.
Whereas there is will to adequately, as we have done, fund the counties, and as much as there is also will to add more resources to the counties, the constraint remains that we have scarcity of resources in terms of correction of revenue.
The mediation committee that brought together the Senate and the National Assembly, led by Kiharu legislator Ndindi Nyoro and Mandera Senator Ali Roba, increased the allocation by 2 billion shillings compared to the previous financial year of 385 billion shillings.
That we cannot afford to give our counties less money than they received last financial year. And we have agreed unequivocally and unanimously that our counties deserve resources, and for that reason, we have reinstated the figure that they got the last financial year of 385 billion, and on top of that, we have made and provisioned additional resources of Kenya shillings 2 billion to make our counties perform their duties efficiently.
This financial year is an extraordinary financial year without a finance bill in place, and that has affected not only what we are discussing here, even the structure of government has changed.
The National Assembly had approved an allocation of 380 billion shillings, 5 billion shillings lower than the previous financial year, on grounds that the withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024 had impacted how the government collected its revenue.
If we have been able to persuade each other that counties must never receive money less than what they received in the previous financial year or the preceding financial year, that is progress.
We have also considered other prevailing factors that have affected our economy in the nation, including the debt burden, the fact that we have some realities, practical realities that we have to look at, fiscal realities that cannot be ignored.
Senate, on the other hand, remained adamant that the allocation ought to have been increased to 400 billion shillings, asserting that it can only fully function with allocation from the National Assembly, resulting in an impasse. Earlier on, the session was a little bit heated as the government's comment from the National Treasury CS, John Mbadi, reiterating there's no money, became a heated topic, with Nairobi Senator taking the CS head-on.
Is the mediation on the Division of Revenue Act happening in Parliament or in the Executive? Because it is not possible for us to sit here as members of the National Assembly and the Senate to undertake this constitutional process, and yet we have a cabinet secretary in charge of treasury speaking in terms that are final, saying that he cannot add counties a single cent, and he's speaking as if the money is his personal money.
Sifuna claimed that legislators are taking orders from the executive, thus interfering with their oversight role.
I know that certain pronouncements have been made by my party leader on this question of the division of revenue. He has his right to speak. He is not bound by the doctrine of separation of powers like the Honorable Mbadi. But if there was any doubt in anybody's mind where the cabinet secretaries who came from ODM, where their allegiances lie, you can see cabinet secretaries who originated from ODM taking diametrically opposite positions from the party. So that when we tell you people that we are not part of this government and you doubt us, here is your evidence.
I just wish to amplify and continue on the same line. And Baba has been explicitly clear that ODM is not part and parcel of the Kenya Kwanza government.
When we saw the, in quotes, party leader of ODM talking to governors and putting demands to some of us who are worried. So I think just the same way we are treating that matter as a personal opinion.
On Monday, the Council of Governors had threatened to shut down operations had the two houses failed to agree on the cash to be disbursed to devolved units. The county chiefs threatening to halt operations in all 47 counties after a council meeting meant to discuss several bills, including Division of Revenue Amendment Bill 2024 and the County Allocation Bill. Martin Opio, K24 TV, Nairobi.
Back to the future. The future is simulate. Bet smarter. Win fast.